Hello, lovelies. All right, so check this out. So I got this.
Oh.
Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, I noticed that's when you guys started kind of going against me some, just because the way it all boiled down
Well, Alex, here's the
is
thing. Here's the thing. This story seems like it's right up
Take
your
a drink
alley
of water.
because no matter where you put your
It
attention
is.
into the Charlie
It
Kirk,
is right up his alley. But you know what? Also, like right up something. Like Alex Jones' butt is like the Men in Black and some demons that probably like threatened his family and everything because people think they wouldn't do these things, when they totally would. And maybe Alex Jones, after a while, starts enjoying the smell of his own farts, as we all could become susceptible to being, kind of trashier as we get more money, right? So, yeah. So I think there is a big fucking demonic Zionist bug up fucking Alex Jones's ass, and someone spooked him in a way, and he's making the decision that many sellouts do, and they're loud. Well, shit, I spent decades making my family. I don't want someone to just fucking Charlie Kirk them now. So I just gonna, like, look, they said I could say this and then say that, but keep off fucking, Israel, okay? And yeah. So I'm pretty sure.
Kirk
Let's see what they say.
assassination or TPUSA or Erica Kirk, there's a million things that don't make sense
Fucking
and stand
yeah,
out
fucking
as red flags. So it
fishy.
seems like it would be right up your alley. And so
Yeah,
you've seen the
it is.
speculation.
But
People think that somehow you've
there's
been
the
conquered
Zionist
because we're
bug up
not
his
convinced
ass.
you. So
You
what we
know,
want to go, what happened to the
and up
old
his
Alex? We
family's
want the old
ass.
Alex back.
Right?
And so that's so what
Like
do you
it's
say to those people when
advantageous
they say
that
that?
it's just Jimmy
well,
Dore
you've asked me
and,
questions
and
that
and
have
his
been
wife,
vague
which could
since
be a
since
handler of
different
sorts. We don't
angles,
know. They
of different
seem nice.
pieces, and
Seem
each
nice,
one
right?
each piece taken out of context, say the
But
truth.
it's
But I
good he
just
doesn't have kids
I
because
don't believe that 30 on 6
they
should be an
could go
economic
to
background.
Jimmy and be like you look, we're going to fuck your family up that you spent your whole life fucking making. We're going to fuck it all up. And they'll make him believe it, and they'll do some shit like in Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows, that second one, where the guy like tapped the side of the glass and everyone in the restaurant left because everyone was in on it. And they'll start having, doing their weird gang stalking things and make you believe it, that we'll totally fuck with you. And yeah, I think those things happen to Alex Jones, right? So. And then I tried interacting with Alex Jones, which, I already got like fucking deep state microscope up my ass. But that just, anyone I tried reaching out to kind of, gets, attracts the men in black types. So yeah, that's why I think Alex, hey Jimmy, take it easy on Alex, man. He's like, probably had his whole family threatened and shit, right? So fucking chill out, man. You know, um, but maybe we could talk about that. Like blink twice, Alex, if your family has been through. No, but you should talk about that when he's not on the show because these are realistic possibilities. Hello, y'all living in the dark ages, but we're coming out of it. But good for us, an exciting time to be in, and yay! All right, love you. Bye. Right here, I watched a little more of this, and I wanted you to check it out. All right. Here, I got my 50,000 tabs open.
Theories on who actually killed him?
I mean, the Democrats, there is a trans shooter movement, said we're going to kill Charlie.
Yeah, you see, he said the magical word, everybody, trans. Don't you like that, Jimmy? Trans, we're going to attack. We're going to attack ourselves endlessly. It's them, the D's over there, the trans. And yeah, this is like very deep statey of Alex Jones, don't you say? But I don't think he's like a bad person. I just think that people threatened his family and shit, and there are very positive things about having a family. It's also people don't think about the extortion, and how easily organized groups of people could fuck up your life, even if you have protection around you. So, but the best thing to do to solving problems is be aware of them. So, So yeah, isn't that great, Jimmy? You mentioned trans. Did you get your emotions, right? You know. So yeah, the very deep statey of Alex Jonesy to say. But see, you have the advantage, Jimmy, and people like you and me. We don't really have, like, children, and that can be an advantage too when everything is so corrupt, right? You have a brave ass woman with you. I'm still trying to find mine. Y'all pulled that shit in fucking Denver in 2024. Haven't returned, I noticed, huh? Yeah, strange. Yeah, because they keep on trying to install an Erica Kirk in my life, and I know that's not everyone, but then I just like reject everyone, and that kind of protects me. But I am trying to find that special sidekick that isn't evil, please, and not an Erica Kirk. Trying to like misdirect me and then like sabotage me when the time comes or some bullshit like that along those lines. Anyway, yeah. Come on, Jimmy. It's the label over there. The label, the sub label of the don't you emotions. Come on. Now everybody take shits in your hands and throw it at each other. This is pretty much how Alex Jones be on this interview. I'm like halfway through. Anyway, peace the fuck out. Oh wait, I just had to continue. Okay, just wait a sec. Okay, here a little more, because right where I left off.
Uh, and so I think they're suspects. I think you could say that
Oh, hang on. Let me.
Cash Patel killed investigations into that.
Yeah.
And so I think they're suspects.
Yep.
I think you could say that.
Oh! You mean the designated patsy known as Cash Patel is suspect? Oh! Golly gee! Wow! It's safe to throw. Look, he's our whipping boy. You gotta fucking bitch about someone in government. Cash Patel is the motherfucking chosen right now. Fucking chosen. To be like the deep state bitch, like whipping bitch. And then here's Jimmy. Oh my god, I just like paused it and like, yeah. Here's Jimmy. Yeah, you're like, oh man, I'm not buying this shit. Yeah, yeah. It's much. I could explain things much nicer. Uh, although I do use a lot of words, I'm trying not to use so many words. I can be wordy. But that's not always bad, and not always good. And anyway, so yeah, here, okay, let's listen to a few more moments of this because I got it.
You could say if people try to claim internally TPOSA, because he might have been investigating things. I mean, it's all. My point is, I'm glad to investigate. I just want like a witch hunt where we say who's guilty up front. You could.
Well, they're definitely guilty of covering stuff up. But it's obvious that Cash Patel and the Trump administration is covering. They're not even investigating stuff. And TPUSA has been caught in myriad lies. And you only lie if you're covering something up. So they're guilty of definitely covering something up. So I think the focus should definitely be on the people who we know are lying.
What is Alex going to say? Okay, I'm a little curious. Let's let this go on a little longer.
Yeah. So listen, we covered.
Like, yeah, that's the whipping boy I'm supposed to beat up. All right, here.
You're covering right now. To me, it gives me a headache because then I have to accept every new crazy thing that like, oh, Candace is like to let you know. Was this person here? Yes.
I mean, wasn't Alex like when we're talking about that one flaw in the Egypt flights? They were just like there was a flaw in the time, just like by an hour or two of departure or arrival. So, but it was like same day and everything, and yeah, so it seems like even it almost looks like Mossad is up his ass and threatened his family because they like blowing other people's families up, as we've witnessed them doing this to Jesus's people for fucking, and everyone else that isn't Jesus's people, They like attacking the family. They go in there, and they have trained society. Like uh, Tyler Robinson's fucking family threw him under the bus because he was getting MK Ultra and fucked with during school, like using the school systems, and having their children go in there. Like when there was statements by Alex that was talking about like the Dare program and how it was like reverse psychology to try to get you to do drugs. Well, one of the student, like in my class, like was the son of a cop that would like say shit like it's like the best orgasm ever, on meth and everything. And then put the idea out there, and his, crew of friends and everything would say it, and this power of suggestion shit that they do, and that's their early demonic things that they see. Schools almost seem to be designed for demons to feed off of. They're like a little hard on the fucking school bully, but they really kind of fucking elevate them a lot. Um, and so yeah. Anyway, that's cool. Alex Jones is totally like extorted. So don't be that disappointed, Jimmy. But people probably threatened his family, and you could see where you're at. I'm not saying that you don't have family or relatives, but like your own children. Like when people like threaten your own children, and you don't have that fucking worry, right? But there's other people that have that worry, right? Or maybe I'm just like, too fucking, schizophrenic.